You're watching the PCTV Network, your hometown station. We're home for you. Featuring shows you'll only see here, like Financially Speaking with Jeff Bush, Trips and Tips with Adele Klein, Legal Talk, sponsored by OWM Law, Dollars and Cents, brought to you by St. Pedro and Associates, Spotlight on Pottstown Schools, Car Stories with Mike Yanessa, Living on the Edge with Dr. Russ Moyer, Dean Liette Show, produced by D&H Productions, Motormouth, sponsored by the Boyertown Museum of Historic Vehicles, plus the very best in local sports action, only on the PCTV Network. Channels 22, 28, and 98, streaming all content 24/7. The PCTV Network, more than the sum total of all its parts. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Jeff Bush from Informed Family Financial Services and the host of Financially Speaking with Jeff Bush. We're pleased to bring you this presentation of the Academic Challenge.
The PCTV Network proudly presents Academic Challenge, best known as Quiz Bowl, where area high school students compete for academic supremacy. And now your host, the incomparable Mr. Todd Kelly.
Welcome to the 2016 PCTV Academic Quiz Bowl Tournament, sponsored by Informed Family Financial Services. Each winter, some of the brightest students from area high schools compete academically through a series of matches called the Academic Quiz Bowl League. The questions cover a wide range of topics, from algebraic equations to scientific theories, from ancient history to English grammar, and from world religions to popular culture. Each year I'm amazed at how quickly and accurately these teams under pressure can answer these challenging questions. The seedings for this year's TV tournament were determined by the final rankings during the season. Today's match pits Pope John Paul II High School against Souderton Area High School. Representing Pope John Paul, we have Ben, James, Matthew, and Casey. And Casey's going to be serving as the captain. Representing Souderton, we have Matthew, Jack, Henry, and Sydney. And we have Captain Jack over there. The first round, we have 3 rounds, and our first round starts with 15 toss-up questions, which either team may answer in 5 seconds. If a team misses a question, the opposing team has a chance to answer correctly on the rebound. A correct answer earns a team a bonus question. For this, the team has 10 seconds to confer before the captain voices the answer. Computational questions are given extra time, a total of 30 seconds. All right, I think we're ready to start. First round. Toss-up number 1 for both teams. Glycogen. Glycogen is a polysaccharide, one molecule of which consists of 10 atoms of hydrogen, 5 atoms of oxygen, and 6 atoms of what element? And that would be James.
Carbon.
Carbon is correct. So Pope John Paul II, you get a bonus. And it's in Big Bird. What people apparently consumed the moa to extinction?
New Zealand?
Okay, could I hear?
Yeah, New Zealand?
No, I needed the specific people, so the answer is Maori, the Maori. Okay, toss-up number 2, both teams. Medical puns. Oh, I love puns. A penchant for burglary is a pun definition for what medical term that actually indicates the inflammation of the small intestine? Time's up. Okay. Couldn't get the real word or the pun. Enteritis. Enteritis is the word. Toss-up number 3 is computational. Okay. Pens at the ready. Combinations. How many combinations are there of 8 things taken 2 at a time? Casey.
64.
That's incorrect. Rebound the remaining time to Souderton. Okay, Jack's buzzing in, and the answer, Jack?
32.
That is incorrect. 28. 28. That's fine, Matthew. If you can leave that there, that's fine. No problem. Just have to reset that buzzer. Okay. So no one got it correctly. So we're going on to another toss-up. Legislation. What act passed in 1913 created the central banking system of the United States? And that would have been Ben.
The Federal Reserve Act.
That is correct. And you guys earn a bonus in poetry. This is an example of what kind of verse. On the coast of Coromandel, where the early pumpkins blow, in the middle of the woods live the Yangi Bongi Bo. Casey.
A, B, C, B?
No, that would be the rhyme scheme. No, what kind of verse? It's just called nonsense verse. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Toss-up number 5, treaties. What treaty was signed 4 months after Francis Scott Key wrote the Star? Yes, Ben.
The Treaty of Ghent.
The Treaty of Ghent is correct. You guys get a bonus now in apples. With clusters of small tart fruit, mostly used to make jelly or preserves, name the only kind of apple tree that is native to North America. Okay, Casey?
Crabapple tree.
Crabapple is correct. You got that bonus. Good. And we go to toss-up number 6 for both teams. It's computational. Hexadecimal numeration. Express the number of U.S. states as a hexadecimal number. I've got an answer from Ben.
32.
32 is correct. All right. And Pope John Paul II, you guys get a bonus in nationalities. People living in the Apennines are mostly of what nationality? Casey?
Turkish?
No, Italian. Italian. Toss-up number 7, Nazi hideouts. After World War II, what Argentinian president allowed his country to become a haven for thousands of Nazis? Time's expired. That was Juan Perón. Toss-up 8, bad figures of speech. These are examples of what figure of speech? He fell for her like his heart was a mob informant. Yes, I got an answer from James.
Simile.
Those are similes, right. I got to finish these. These are good. He fell for her like his heart was a mob informant and she was the East River. Here's another one. She grew on him like she was a colony of E. coli and he was room temperature Canadian beef. They're great. I had to share those. And they were both similes. So you guys get a bonus in storms. Whiteouts are most frequently experienced during what kind of storms?
Blizzards?
Blizzards is absolutely correct. Toss-up number 9, radiation. What is a synonym for long-wave radiation? I've got an answer from, okay, it was Henry, sorry.
Blacklight?
That's incorrect. Rebound. Matthew.
Radio wave?
That's incorrect. Infrared radiation. Toss-up 10, novels. In what novel did Michael Grant, sorry, I lied. Hold on again. Let me try this again. In what novel by Michael Grant does every human who is 15 years old or older mysteriously disappear? And I got an answer from Jack.
The Rapture.
That's incorrect. Rebound. Time's expired. Appropriately called Gone. All right. Toss-up 11. Colonial colonies. In the mid-17th century, the Saybrook colony and the New Haven colony merged into what colony? I've got an answer from James.
Connecticut.
The Connecticut colony is correct. You get a bonus in statues. Christ the Redeemer is a 98-foot tall statue on the peak of Corcovado Mountain overlooking what Latin American city?
Rio de Janeiro.
That is correct. All right. Toss-up 12 is computational, but it's probably going to be very quick again. I always try to give you that warning. Topology. There are 254 counties in the state of Texas. What is the minimum number of colors you would need to color a map such that no two adjacent counties have the same color? And you can do it in how many colors? 3. That's incorrect. Rebound. You only have 5 seconds. Okay, Ben's trying to buzz in. Okay, Ben?
4.
4 is correct. 4 is correct. Bonus opportunity for Pope John Paul. Governmental powers. The authority to designate national monuments can be exercised by what single U.S. government official? This is actually a bonus, so Casey has to give us the answer.
The president?
The president is correct. Toss-up 13, anniversaries. 2014 marked the 10th anniversary of what kind of natural disaster that killed, I've got an answer from Jack.
Hurricane?
That's incorrect. Killed some 230,000 people around the Indian Ocean. Casey.
A tsunami?
A tsunami is correct. And you guys get a bonus. In first aid treatments, this is just for Pope John Paul II High School. Damp pastes of salt, tobacco, baking soda, toothpaste, and garlic are traditional remedies for what common, usually minor injury caused by members of the order Hymenoptera?
A spider bite?
That's incorrect. We were looking for a sting. Sting. Yeah, because Hymenoptera would be bees and wasps and things like that. Toss-up 14, fertilizers. Guano makes an excellent fertilizer due to its high content of phosphate, nitrogen, and what other element? Answer from Matthew.
Potassium.
Potassium is correct. You guys get a bonus in verbs. Name the first emphatic verb in the preamble of the U.S. Constitution. No, they get 5 more seconds. If you have an answer, we'll need it quickly. Yes, Casey.
To form?
No, do ordain. Do ordain. All right, last toss-up in this round, both teams. Invasions. The Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961 was part of a failed coup d'etat to oust what? Yes, Jack.
Fidel Castro?
That is correct. Okay, I'm glad. Souderton's on the board, and you get a bonus. You have a chance to get 10 more points. Vice presidents. When Lyndon Johnson became president after Kennedy's assassination, who served as vice president for the remainder of that term? Do we have an answer, Jack?
Nixon?
That's incorrect. It was a trick question. The answer was nobody. Nobody. All right. So at the end of this round, we have the scores. Right now, Pope John Paul II has a commanding lead, 130 to Souderton 10. We now move to the lightning round. The trailing team has 60 seconds to answer as many rapid-fire questions as possible. Questions passed or answered incorrectly are then given to the opposing team, who has 6 seconds allotted per question. The same process is then followed by the opposing team. So at the end of the last round, Souderton was trailing, so they chose what we call a mystery category. So they're just taking a chance that this is going to be something that they can answer. The good news is I do have additional information for you. I think you'll like this category. I will state a prefix and give some examples, and then you define the prefix. Okay? So that one doesn't sound too bad. But, well, we'll find out, won't we? Okay. Hopefully you were paying attention in all those vocabulary lessons you had in school. Okay, guys, ready? We'll start the time when I finish the first question, and Jack will be giving the answers. Ante as in antecedent and antediluvian.
Opposite.
Poly as in polyhedron and polyunsaturated.
Multiple.
Bene as in beneficial and benediction.
Good.
Contra as in contradiction and contrary.
Against.
Ecto as in ectoplasm and ectopic.
Outside.
Hypo as in hypodermic and hypothermia.
Decreased.
Peri as in perimeter and perigee.
Around.
Omni as omnipresent and omnibus.
All.
Retro as in retrograde and retroactive.
Old.
Auto as in autograph and automobile.
Pass.
That was the last one. Time's expired. Okay. You've got 6 correct, which means that Pope John Paul, you have a chance to steal 4. And they'll get, to do that, yes, they get 24 seconds. And Casey, I'll be expecting the answers from you. Anti as in antecedent and
Before.
Hypo as in hypodermic and hypothermia.
Low.
Retro as in retrograde and retroactive.
Past.
Auto as in autograph and automobile.
Self.
And that is all 4 were correct. All right, so between the 2 teams, we got all the prefixes. All right. Now, they chose the category, Pope John Paul II chose the category, which is longest. So I'm going to list 4 things, and you have to tell me which is longest. Again, you guys listen, see what you can steal. I'll go slowly on the first one. The femur, the humerus, the mandible, or the scapula.
Femur.
Candide, Hamlet, War and Peace, or A Christmas Carol.
War and Peace.
The Andes, the Alps, the Apennines, the Atlas Mountains.
Andes.
Geological age, epoch, era, or period.
Epic.
Corinth Canal, Kiel Canal, Panama Canal, or Suez Canal.
Panama.
An angstrom, a fathom, a meter, or a yard.
Yard.
Beethoven's ninth, Schubert's ninth, Dvorak's ninth, or Bruckner's ninth.
Beethoven.
The English alphabet, the Greek alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet, or the Russian alphabet.
Russian.
Which mammals take the longest to reach adulthood? Humans, elephants, gorillas, or giraffes?
Humans.
Which was a republic the longest? Okay, we ran out of time. You also got 6 correct on that one. That was very good. You guys get a chance only to steal 3 because we didn't get to the last question. And I'll go slowly on the first one, and they'll have 18 seconds to do that. Which is longest? A geological age, epoch, era, or period?
Era.
Corinth Canal, Kiel Canal, Panama Canal, or
Suez.
an angstrom, a fathom, a meter, or a yard?
Fathom.
And you also got all 3 of those correct that were left over. So, at the end of this round, I don't think scores change that much. And we're going to take a quick break for a substitution. Joining the Souderton team for this final round, we have Ben and Christian and Josh and Sydney's staying put. Okay. We're going to our final round now where we have 15 toss-up questions. There are no bonuses in this round. However, of course, we do allow rebounds. All right, our first one is computational. So get those pens and pencils ready. Coordinate geometry. Initially, the coordinates of point A are -5, 3. When A is reflected over the y-axis and translated 3 units right and 4 units down, what are the new coordinates of A? Okay, and that is Josh.
-2, -7.
That's incorrect. Okay, Casey's buzzing in. Okay. And the answer is?
8, -1.
8, -1 is correct. All right. Toss-up 2. African lakes. Lake Victoria is contiguous with Kenya, Tanzania, and what other country? Okay, I got an answer from Casey right before time.
South Africa.
That's incorrect. You get a 5-second rebound. Might as well take a chance. Okay, Sydney's buzzing in.
Uganda?
Uganda is correct. All right. Toss-up number 3. Measurement. What is the name of the 0 point on both the Rankine and Kelvin temperature scales? I got an answer from Christian.
Absolute 0.
Absolutely right. Absolute 0. Toss-up 4. Monarch marriages. Henry II's marriage to Eleanor of Aquitaine produced 2 future kings of England. Name either. All right, James.
Henry III.
No, that's incorrect. And time's expired. Richard I, Richard the Lionhearted, and John Lackland, who became King John and was the only King John ever because he got such a bad reputation. All right, toss-up number 5, facilities. In May of 2015, the Liberian government announced that the country was free of what disease that killed over, and we've got an answer there from Ben.
Ebola.
Ebola is correct. Toss-up number 6, Keratin. Keratin, okay, now we'll start again. In what broad category of rock is Keratin found? Okay, I got an answer from James.
Sedimentary rock.
That is correct. Toss-up number 7, town types. In what kind of town are practically all the stores and homes owned by a single company that is also the major employer? You're going to kick yourselves for this one. A company town, a company. The answer was right in there for you. Excuse me. Toss-up number 8, writing. What kind of climax is illustrated in this last clause of this line by George Bernard Shaw? In moments of crisis, I size up the situation in a flash, set my teeth, contract my muscles, take a firm grip on myself, and, without tremor, always do the wrong thing. Yes, Ben?
An anticlimax.
That is correct. Toss-up number 9, espionage. What adjutant general who was in charge of British secret intelligence began to plot with Benedict Arnold in 1780 against the American cause? Time's up. That was John Andre. Toss-up 10, pronouns. What kind of pronoun completes this line? In The Bald Soprano, Mr. and Mrs. Smith are visited by Mr. and Mrs. Martin, who don't seem to know one another. I've got an answer from Sydney.
Each other?
That's incorrect. Rebound. Yes, James?
Reflexive pronoun.
That's a little closer, but it's called a reciprocal pronoun. You had the right idea. Wrong term. Toss-up 11, birds. These are members of what family of birds? Lammergeier, California condor, Andean condor, buzzard. And that's Matthew.
Raptors.
That's incorrect. Rebound. Josh?
Scavengers?
That's also incorrect. You were, I think, too specific. You were too general. Vultures. Vultures is what we were looking for. Toss-up 12, ancient Rome. These groups illustrate what kind of political alliance of ancient Rome? Julius Caesar, Pompey, and Marcus Crassus. Octavian, Mark Antony, and Marcus Lepidus. All right, Casey.
A defensive pact?
That's incorrect. Rebound. Up, time's expired. Remember your Julius Caesar, the triumvirate. They're triumvirates. There are 3 of them. Toss-up number 13, art fundamentals. Consider this mnemonic for remembering the 7 elements of art. Spaceships fly through space looking very cool. If spaceships stand for space, and through for texture, and looking for line, and cool for color, what does very stand for? And time's expired. It stands for value. Toss-up 14, elements. Selenium may occur as red selenium, gray selenium, or black selenium. Phosphorus may occur as white, red, violet, scarlet, or black phosphorus. What is the term for such varieties of an element? I've got an answer from James.
Allotropes.
That is correct, allotropes. And we get to our final question for this match. Forts. In what U.S. state are these forts located? Fort Garland, Fort Misery, Fort Morgan, Fort Carson, Fort Harfano, Fort Lupton, Fort Logan, Fort St. Vrain, Fort Collins. I've got an answer from Casey.
Texas?
Texas is incorrect. Take a guess on a state. Yes, Christian.
New York.
No, okay. The answer was Colorado, Colorado. So congratulations to Pope John Paul II for the victory today.